All right, welcome back to the channel. This is a whole nother week. Literally the last part that you saw was me buffing the remainder of the panels on the truck, and so now it is all buffed. I've got a small section in the back rear part of the bed that I've still got to buff. A lot's been happening. Okay, so we're down to the wire. We have just about got everything done. I'm starting to put the interior back in. I've got to get it cleaned up. So I'm going to set you up here on the side and let you see exactly what this interior looks like. As you can see, I've got the door panels here. I've got the rear sets back there. Got some rear covers back here for the windows. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of trim, everything else that needs to be cleaned and really looked at. Make sure that everything's kind of polished up the best that it can be. I've already painted the door handles. Already got a lot of the trim put on the truck. I'll show that to you here in just a little bit. Front grills put in, headlights put in, tail lights are put in. Man, light bar on top's put on. Like I said, there's a lot that's happened in this past week. I'm sorry I didn't get any footage of it, but I'm gonna give you a full, complete walk around whenever this thing is completely finished, so that you can see exactly what it looks like. This thing has turned out amazing. It's slick, where the customer can shave in it if he wants, which is what he asked for. I've got a few more touch-ups that I need to make on some of the paint, just to correct some polishing marks that are still in it, some swirls and stuff that I still need to get out, and that'll be my final buff that I do on it with the number 3 compound. I'll bring you along with that as well. Don't know that I'll get to it on this episode. It may be the next episode, the final episode. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I've got to clean these door panels, clean all the interior trim parts, paint some screws so that they look nicer than what they do now, so they're not rusted. Most of the, well, all of the interior we have kept the same. We did not go and buy new panels or anything, because I think these can be just painted or cleaned, and I think they'll be okay. Like I said, they're a little dingy where some oil and grease stains are on them, but I'm hoping that I can get that out with my detailing products that I usually use on my personal stuff, and we'll see what we can do with that. But like I said, I'm going to set you up, let you see it. We're going to put it on hyperlapse probably. This episode is just going to be shorter because it's just a compilation of different videos and photos that I've done on this thing over the last several weeks. We've had a lot with Pops going into the hospital and having a whole bunch of stuff with that, trying to deal with all that, trying to work on this truck still. Customers super happy with it so far. Updates on where the truck's going beyond me. So we've got actually a local shop here in the town that I live in. Shout out to Performance Diesel of Albemarle. They're going to be, I'm handing them the truck off whenever I get finished with this thing, so they can look at the engine, they can do the body lift on it, get new tires and wheels put on it, and then, like I said, I'll bring you all back for the final reveal to the customer whenever it actually happens. Because he's getting us all together and wants pictures and just wants to meet everybody that's had hands in fixing the truck and helping out on it. So, like I said, it's been a bunch of great people help me out on this thing, Dad included, and I couldn't ask for a better group of people to help me that's helped me on this project so far. Like I said, there's been ups and downs and just aggravations and things that have gone wrong that we just had to overcome and fix. But like I said, it has turned out to be a truly amazing piece of art that I'm very blessed to be able to have a hand in. So like I said, let's set you up and let's get to cleaning. Alright, welcome back. It's Friday evening. I told you I was going to bring you along as I sprayed these door panels. Got me some fabric dye, got me some vinyl dye so that we can spray these things and get them looking chef's kiss, just perfect. So let me show you what I got. So I've got this one taped up. Like I said, there's a black piece of trim here all the way across. Got it taped up. Got the hole where the lock mechanism comes through, the door lock. Got it taped up. Got the light, which is the side marker light, interior, taped up. We are going to end up spraying the carpet on this one as well. Like I said, I'll end up showing you how we do that, and the vinyl up there. These have already been sprayed, and as you can see, man, night and day difference. They look super nice. Look factory, regular factory color. Like I said, I still have to trim out this black here again and the door lock mechanism here. But like I said, everything else turned out fine. I did already spray the carpet on this one, and it is soft to the touch. So the trick is, according to the can, this is what I'm using, just a vinyl and fabric spray, is to use a nylon brush. So what I've done is I just got a chip brush that I've trimmed the bristles so that they're pretty stiff. Really, a scrubber brush, a nylon scrubber brush, like around toilets and sinks and bathtubs and stuff, would work a lot better. But this is what I got on hand. So like I said, let me show you what this looks like. I'll set you up and let you see what it looks like as I'm spraying it, and then I'll show you how to do the carpet as we're scrubbing the carpet here. All right, let me show you how we do this thing. Here we go with the carpet. Like I said, just light coats, dusted across it. You'll see it changing colors. And then as soon as it changes colors, as soon as we get it coated, we want to come back with our stiff brush and just scrub it. like I said, that's pretty much all you have to do. You can see that the carpet's not quite as dark as the rest of it, but it allows it to kind of be softer and not feel hard once you sprayed it. I did the same thing to the other door panel, so like I said, that's just the way we do it. Before I forget, there's some bristles down inside of here, and each one of these basically just a dust guard for the inside. I just took me a piece of cardboard and cut it out to stick in there just to keep those, because bristles, the tape won't stick to the bristles, so that's what I had to do. So just wanted to update you on that. Again, just light coats on it. You don't need to really hammer it on or anything, because like I said, this stuff will adhere. It says on the can that you might want to add a little bit of adhesion promoter to it. I didn't on this particular instance because I don't believe that it's necessary. But these doors were pretty bad, sun faded and bleached. So like I said, there's a pretty drastic difference in color, just because of the sun faded on it. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'll take the dash up whenever I get out there to the truck and actually go ahead and spray the dash and the top of the dash as well, just so that everything matches and so it's cohesive. So yeah, that's pretty much what refinishing your door panel looks like. I know it's junky in here. I got other stuff all over the place, parts and stuff that need to go back on the truck. But like I said, this is how we refinish a door. And like I said, I'll take the tape off of this, mask up around it, and then take this, paint this trim black like I have the rest of every piece of the trim on the truck, so that way it actually pops and actually looks right. So all right, now let's try and tape this black up and see if we can get the rest of this going. All right, we'll let that dry, untape it. That one will be done. I can go ahead and untape the lens now. I got the other door panel over here that I need to do, and a couple more black pieces. And then I've got to go get another can of the vinyl spray, vinyl and fabric spray. I'll get it probably Monday if nothing happens, and go ahead and get the rest of the trim, because I got just a couple more pieces. I've got a panel across the back, near the back glass, that has to be done as well. and then the header panels that go over the headliner, still got to do them. So that way everything's cohesive, everything matches. There's no odd and end stuff on it. And like I said, that should pretty well get us to where we can completely finish installing the interior and get it buttoned up. All of the lights and accessories have already been run, so there's no need to do anything else there. Like I said, I got all of the rest of wiring done. Then it's just a matter of touching up around the fifth wheel hitch, putting the carriage bolts or the U-bolts back in it, spring-loaded U-bolts. I still got to sand the cowl panel over there that fits the cowl itself, sand and buff it, and then we can get everything assembled and be done with it. So like I said, we are good to go. Still need to run over it one more time with the number 3 compound all over. Got a couple places I need to denib just a little bit, but other than that, I think we're good. All right, let's take this dash up. Alright, I gotta go get some plastic. Alright, let's get this plastic wrapped down in here so that we can start painting. Alright, so I gotta put some paper up in the windshield, paper all over that over there, paper up down through here, just kind of keep a lot of the overspray off the outside of the truck, and then we'll start shooting it. You know, it's the small details that make the difference. Like I said, the average person probably wouldn't take this opportunity to do this, but when I looked at the dash, looked at the door panels, saw how faded out they were, I just thought, you know, this would probably work out pretty good. Now, listen, the customer's still gonna have to get a dash pad. I haven't sourced one of those out. I think the previous guy that was working on the truck did, but he never got it to me. So we're gonna leave this dash pad on right now, because quite honestly, I don't know what all it would take to get this whole dash pad off. It may include removing the whole dash in order to get the dash pad off. If that's the case, that's more work than really that it's worth, to be honest with you. If I had some leather repair kit, I could come in here and grind these down, fill them, and then retexture them, but I don't have that. I don't have the ability to do that. That's out of my wheelhouse, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to spray this and see if we can't get it to lay down right. Again, we're just trying to minimize the overspray here. Like I said, really don't care about having to clean overspray off all this paint, to be perfectly honest with you. So let me get the other side taped down, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's wipe it down one more time, and let's see if we can get this thing sprayed. All right, here's the door panel all assembled, all put in. New stripping put across here. Like I said, you saw the dash earlier. We got it all painted. I got these grills still in there. I still got to touch them up, but all in all, like I said, everything is bolted up. New screws in the door, new clips in the door. Let's walk over here to the other side. Same thing. Door panel in, grills are still inside, like I said. You can see the dash is all painted up. I've got these pieces here that I'm going to be doing later. I got the rears in there. I still need to put some of this sound deadening along this back wall here. See if I can get it completed. Yeah, like I said, this one here doesn't fit real good because this door panel's cracked. But again, I think it was like $400 for a new set of door panels, and quite frankly, it just wasn't worth it. So that's kind of where we're at on that. I'll get the sill plates put down once I get the rest of the interior panels in, because they go on top of the back panel that comes out here. And so thanks for watching. Sorry this one's so short. Been a lot going on, a lot of small moving parts that end up making this truck beautiful. And like I said, everything's not done on it. I'm not doing every little thing on it, but at the same time, I want the customer to be super happy, and I think he will. But like I said, we've done all the little things that we can to make him happy, and I think he'll be well pleased with it. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you on the season finale when the customer actually picks this thing up. Later.